life.
23-year-old Olivia Sidhu is living a life that the Royal Commission wants for all people with disability. She works in open employment.
I love working with the people in the office. It gives me joy.
For advocates, there were mixed emotions as the final report of the Royal Commission into Violence, Abuse, Neglect and Exploitation of People with Disability was made public.
It's a difficult day because there's a lot to digest and a lot for people to take in.
Today is a huge day for our community. It is one that is filled with both pride but also grief. It is a day where we reflect on everything that we gave to get that Royal Commission on the national agenda.
The message of this report is clear. We do need to do better.
The report is 5,000 pages long and contains 222 recommendations impacting the lives of the 4.4 million Australians who live with disability.
It involves recommendations around health, education, housing, employment. It involves not just governments, but non-government organisations as well.
Major reforms are recommended around segregated settings. Some commissioners want group homes to be phased out within 15 years, an end to segregated employment by 2034, and no students remaining in special schools by 2051.
We cannot allow as a society another generation of children to be educated in separate settings.
There will be families worried at the prospect of group homes and special schools closing, but it's important to remember these are recommendations. The report makes clear change won't happen overnight, and it must be done in consultation with the disability community. The report also recommends a federal disability portfolio, including a dedicated minister, and the introduction of a National Disability Commission to enforce a new Disability Rights Act. The government has announced $4.25 million over 2 years will be allocated to a task force to coordinate its response to the report.
I do see this as a moment of national unity. I do see this as a moment where we can paint the horizon for people with disability in Australia.
A call to action. Naz Campanella, ABC News.
Naz Campanella, our National Disability Affairs reporter, has been covering much of the Commission since it started. Naz, how are people feeling today?
Lydia, this is a momentous day for the disability community. It is partly a day of healing, but it's also a time of reflection on the bravery that thousands of people have shown over the last 4.5 years in sharing their stories, their pain and their trauma. Now, this is a huge report. There are a lot of recommendations to sift through, and so far the community says there is a lot to support in this report. Now, this Royal Commission was set up to end violence and abuse of people with disability, and there is a little bit of fear that maybe the change that we need won't come as quickly as the community would like. But one thing is for certain, they stress to all governments, nothing about us without us. Lydia.
Naz Campanella reporting there.